What is up YouTube? It's Kingfisher745, and in this video we are going to take a look at Kurth and briefly talk about Chapter 8, but this is mainly to give you all an update on what's going on. Before I left, I tried to make sure that most of you knew that I was going on vacation, so that's why I haven't been able to make any videos on Chapter 8 yet. It actually came out the day that I left. I would have tried to do a few update videos and at least a heroic battle or two. Unfortunately, as you could kind of tell by this video, I've been having problems with my internet. The internet at this hotel is probably the worst I've ever been on. I've only been able to log in twice, and both times I've barely been able to play at all. This has been making PvP extremely difficult, and I don't know what I'm going to do about the tournament. But even worse, I haven't even looked at Chapter 8 yet. Like I said, we actually left very early on Friday, which I didn't realize at the time. I didn't think we were leaving until Saturday. So I was kind of surprised Thursday night when I was told I had to leave early Friday instead. Friday evening when I was reading the comments on my videos, I noticed that several of you told me that Chapter 8 came out. So I did go over to the forums and I checked out all the patch notes. My first impressions of Kurth were very good. She looks like an absolute monster. In keeping with tradition, we will take a look at her at the end of this video. And I want you all to know that I'm going to cover Chapter 8 as soon as I possibly can. We're going to be returning home this coming weekend, so it may be a week, but I will get around to covering everything. I apologize for this delay, and it just ended up being bad timing. I'm actually even kind of worried that I may not be able to upload this video, but I'm just hoping at the worst it takes a long time. Like I said, I haven't been able to play Chapter 8 at all, and PvP has been quite difficult. In fact, just to give you an idea of how bad the internet is, I've been downloading a 178 megabyte update for at least 2 hours now, but I think it's closer to 3, and we're only at 53%. I can only assume that uploading this video will take all day. So yeah, I'm not sure what's going to happen with videos or with the PvP season ending this week, but I promise you once I return home, the channel will be back up and better than ever. Honestly, I have a ton of new stuff planned, and I mean things that I've never done before. Just please bear with me as I hopefully have this internet fixed or performing better than it is. And that way I can finish PvP strong and possibly have another video or two this week. If not, I'll be home this Sunday. So thank you everyone. I appreciate your continued support and patience. Now as we take a look at the newest worthy, I wanted to show you how long it took for her sprite to load, but at the same time it took like a full minute, or possibly longer, so I went ahead and sped it up. Now that we're actually able to look at her, she is absolutely loaded up with passives. Oh, and also her alternate costume does come in Scrapper and Bruiser. But as for her passives, first we have Breaker of Stone. All single target attacks apply Shield Breaker. So take that, Invisible Woman and Molly Hayes teams. Next she has Immune to Stun and Immobilized. Also a high chance to resist critical hits. Since she's a flyer, she's immune to ground attacks. And also she has the Serpent Spider Serum. So she's immune to poisoned, radiation, and bio effects. Plus psychic and delirium effects. As a worthy, she's immune to burning, chilled, poisoned, radiation, and fear. So she's immune to tons of stuff. And then lastly, she has Worthy Vengeance. 50% chance to counter melee attacks with Stonebreaker, and 50% chance to counter ranged attacks with Road to Ruin. Going off those passives alone, it sounds like she's incredible. But she also has a new set of abilities. So let's go ahead and check those out as well. For her level 1, it's Stonebreaker. I can be so cruel. This has deadly crits and runic release. This means it deals extra damage against targets affected by Kurth's runes and causes the runes on the target to explode. So this is going to come into effect on other abilities as well. Secondly, we have the Road to Ruin, which is a ranged magic attack. So that's pretty interesting right there. It says Such a Pity. It causes biofeedback and Rune of Ruin. This rune says attacks against this target are guaranteed to hit and crit. That's phenomenal. Also, all attacks against this target ignore the defense stat. Then, this character becomes disabled when this rune explodes, plus this counts as a targeting effect. Right away, we can tell that that's pretty awesome, especially since biofeedback counts as both a poison and a stun. So it can help out a character like Shanna because of poison, or even someone like Beta Ray Bill who exploits stuns. But there are many more characters besides him that do that. Then next, for her level 6, this one's called Fear Me, Cower Before Me. And it's an AoE debuff that's subtle, and it causes Intimidated, Pheromones, and the Rune of Fear on all the enemies. The Rune of Fear says 20% chance for attacks to fail, and Cower in Fear, only occurring once per round. It also reduces the damage of attacks, and this character's buffs are removed when this rune explodes. Then it counts as a fear effect. So there's another very strong ability. So far I love every single thing that Kurth does. Finally, we have Love Me, which I basically was saying I already do. This one says Be My Slave, and it's a subtle debuff that causes Disoriented, the Rune of Control that says counterattacks allies that attack a worthy. That's incredible. I can't wait to pair her up with Skirn and especially Null. Kurth and Skirn will go together quite well. But of course, Null is one of my favorite characters in the game, and he's worthy. And this character's stamina is completely drained when this rune explodes. Now for the longest time I really wanted to make a stamina draining team, and this character right here can do it all by herself. But that's not even all, it's not even close. It does count as a delirium effect. It also says Converted, deals extra damage while attacking allies. And then the enemy also loses control. This lasts 3 rounds and says 50% chance to protect enemies from allies' single target attacks. Guaranteed if the ally is attacking Spider-Woman. And it counts as a bio and delirium effect. Now that is absolutely amazing. I seriously cannot wait to unlock her, and I wish I could play right now. So I am going to work on that, and maybe I'll be able to do some of the heroic battles and at least get close to unlocking Kurth. In the meantime, I want to wish everyone luck with Chapter 8 and the PvP tournament. Thank you all for watching and your support. And once again, I'll be making videos in no time. Lastly, if you could please leave a like, comment, and subscribe, I would greatly appreciate it. Then until next time, once again, good luck and take care.